All right, we are finally talking about the part one LRs in hit mobile game Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. If you've never heard of it, I don't know how you haven't heard of it. This thing has been going on for 10 years, and we now have the reels for the part one LRs. And I would like to say I didn't expect any of these at all. So for part one, we have a Goku that will transform into a Vegito. We have a GT Goku that transforms into a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then we have a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta that just has UI Goku in the background. So, like I said, I definitely didn't expect any of these. I think the Vegeta one, maybe. I know a lot of people were saying that they wanted another Vegeta for 10th anniversary, but it's not just a base Vegito. It's not just like Vegito out the wazoo. You have to. He has a mechanic to where you can switch into Vegeta, and then I think you can, after a certain point, just fuse into Vegito. And it's very familiar to something that Dragon Ball Legends has, to where essentially they have a thing like tag characters to where you can swap out between two characters, but they're one character. So yeah, basically Dokkan saw that and said, you know what, well, that's a great idea, we should implement that into our game. Which, I mean, is fine. A lot of people were saying that it was only a matter of time before we got something like this, since back when Dokkan released Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta that fought Kid Buu, they had a standby mechanic, and then, like, I think that in the same year, Legends did the same thing. So they're copying off of each other's homework, which is fine because they are owned by the same company. So it's fine, but it was only a matter of time before we got this. So, like I said, I didn't expect any of these. Like, I was not expecting a Super Saiyan 4 Goku to be a part one of the 10th Annie. Was not expecting Vegeta. Goku that transformed into Vegeta, sure, kind of. But the other two were definitely things I was not expecting. So, with us knowing what this is, and I don't know why I don't have this tweet pulled up, but so there are going to be 6th anniversary characters. The theme of it, Dokkan World, please. Okay, so the campaign is going to be second to none in the whole world. So okay, cool. So they're going to be characters from Dragon Ball Z, GT, Super, as we saw with the part one units. There's the summon themes, which are Dokkan festivals, are going to be miraculous power born from the strongest duo, carnival, family and rivals, 6th anniversary characters. So for part one and part two, there's going to be one Dokkan Fest, and then there's going to be 2 carnivals. And same thing with part two, we have that. And like I was saying, the Goku transforms into Vegito. We have this stuff. We have this stuff. And then something else too, because fuck it, I'm covering everything else. Something else too. So Dokkan gave out a Dragonstone 7, which these things are basically, you're able to pick a unit from these for free. And this one is actually fucking insane, because you were able to pick some of these LRs, mind you, these are Dokkan Fest LRs, and some of these have not seen a return on a banner for a very long time. And this is important because, well, that's not why it's important. It's important because a lot of characters are getting EZAs and SEZAs. So this is crazy. So they're already going balls to the wall with the stuff that's out here right now. And I think that's all I can pillage from Dokkan World. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, 10th Annie already looks amazing. Was not expecting the redstone to be this crazy. I still haven't picked who I'm going to get yet. I'm probably going to hold on to it to see if, like, anything EZAs, like super EZAs that I care about. If not, I'll probably just get, like, I don't know, LR Gogeta, but we'll see. Anyways, so with us having this, it's time to do some more speculations because I like doing them. You guys apparently like them. So let's speculate on what can EZA, what's gonna SEZA, and all the good stuff. So I have stuff pulled up this time. So let's start here. So with part 1 being a Super Saiyan Super Saiyan Blue evolved Vegeta, it's a mouthful. I think maybe this Vegeta could get an SEZA. Granted, he's only had an EZA for 2 going on 3 years, right? But you know, it could work. But in case it's not this Vegeta, I also think that maybe this Goku is gonna get a Super EZA because he's had it for 2 years. I don't think they're gonna SEZA you. Honestly, they're probably gonna SEZA you. I'm not gonna lie, they probably are because you've had your EZA for 5 years, well, going on 5 years. So I imagine you'll be the one to get the SEZA for Super. Definitely could be wrong. Would not be mad. And by the way, I owe you guys a video about like the potential units Dokkan Fest that we could see in 2025. I recorded it, but my mic sounded like shit, so I had to delete it. I don't know when I'm gonna work on that, but just know he's gonna be on this list. Just know whenever that happens. Okay, so those are basically it for Super, because I don't think they're gonna Super. I don't think they're gonna like SEZA anything else, and I just have these two because it's Blue Vegeta. Once again, always remember, this is Dokkan Battle, and they do not care about certain things. So, you know, this Goku could get an SEZA, or it could be someone else. But I just think that, you know, it kind of makes sense for that. But let's move on to, I think this is GT. Oh no, or it could be. Oh, I forgot I had you pulled up. Or it could be this UI Goku because he's had his EZA since 2021. So that's going to be a while. And the only reason why I said this one is because we have UI in the background. So, you know, I'm just kind of reading in between the lines here. And it's possible that, you know, they could be like, all right, guys, we need to SEZA something from Super, but we don't know what. And they could just be like, why don't we do this UI? But yeah. Definitely could be wrong. I think that's it for Super. So let's move on to... Okay. So, with us now knowing what part 1 is going to be, I think now is the greatest time to EZA this Vegeta and this Goku. Because they are both GT. Granted, you know, I don't think it's going to be one of those things to where they're going to wait. If they're going to EZA this Goku, they're going to EZA this Vegeta, because I don't know what else they would wait for before they EZA this Vegeta. So I do think if one gets an EZA, both are. So would not complain. I like both of these guys. It just sucks that like you never saw the active because of how hard it was to get. And yeah, so I definitely do think these two could EZA during the celebration. I hope they do, because once again, these are cool units. Their super attacks are really good, and they were good for a little bit, but then they just like, you know, weren't good anymore. So I do think that can happen. Is this okay? And obviously, oh wait, whoa, never mind. These ones aren't EZA. Never mind, my bad. I forgot this came out in 2023. So for GT, I think the Super EZA could be the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I don't think they're gonna do this Vegeta for an SEZA. They'll probably wait for that one until, I don't know, if we get like a Dokkan Fest GT Vegeta this year, which is a possibility. It could be a possibility, but I don't think it's gonna be that. So I do think that you'll get an SEZA. I hope so, because your OST is fire, and I really like Super Saiyan 4. So I imagine it'll be that. And as we know, you are both getting EZAs this anniversary, like without a doubt. So I don't even need to have these two pulled up, but you both are getting EZAs. I imagine it's going to be crazy when you guys get them. I can't wait for you guys to reclaim your thrones, because you guys were something amazing. And yeah, so with all that being said, you know, like I said, could not predict this at all. Um, I have a feeling people are probably already predicting part two. Or just someone already did that. So part two could be a Jiren and Topo, baby, okay, and what, Kid Buu. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at this lineup because baby needs a new LR because last time he got one was a while ago. And I imagine if they do give baby an LR for part two, I imagine he's gonna have an active to where he transforms into the gold Azaru and does like his level 3 in fighters. I definitely can see that happening. And Kid Buu needs a fucking LR. This game's 10 years old and he still doesn't have one, while random other characters can get an LR. Like if Bulma can get an LR before Kid Buu, mind you, Kid Buu was supposed to be the final villain in Dragon Ball Z. Before Super, before everything else, Kid Buu was the final villain. So you're telling me Bulma can get an LR? Granted, it was a crazy LR. She was really good, and I'm pretty sure you can still use her. But that's besides the point. Kid Buu is the final villain in Dragon Ball Z, and this man has not gotten an LR this whole time. He should have been the first character to get an LR, the first villain to get an LR after Goku, I guess after Frieza. But you get what I mean, though. Like, Kid Buu's the final boss of Dragon Ball Z, but still hasn't gotten an LR. So, like, still pretty crazy. And Topo and Jiren, I don't know, because we got Carnival Jiren not too long ago. When did you come out? Yeah, so this is on global. He's been out on JP for a little bit longer, but I don't think it's gonna be that. But then I don't know who the super counterpart of part 2 would be if they're doing villains for part 2. I don't think it's gonna be Goku Black. I don't think it's gonna be Zamasu. So it kind of has to be Jiren and Topo, because Vegeta didn't go Super Saiyan Blue evolved against Zamasu and Goku Black. So I guess, but I don't know, unless it's gonna be Topo. But then I'm gonna be honest. If it is Topo and it's just gonna be like a Jiren assist, I don't know. Do people? This is on Topo. Do people even like Topo like that? And yeah, he came out in 2024 too. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think everything else on this prediction is fine, but just the Jiren and Topo, I really don't know. Oh. Okay, well, I didn't read. All right, whatever. Well, anyways, yeah. I just wanted to kind of throw this out here. So, there you go. I'm going to end the video here. But before I do, did any of you predict this to be the part 1 LRs? Because I know a lot of people were predicting just fusions, even though it could be. Part 2 could be Gogeta. It could be. It could be Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 2. You guys remember when Gogeta went Super Saiyan 2? It could be Super Saiyan Gogeta from Fusions Reborn. But I don't know. Are you satisfied with this list of characters? What do you think is going to get an EZA and an SEZA during the celebration? How many stones do you have saved up? Because I'm not going to lie, I have like 32 stones. So I'm going to have to grind my ass off for the celebration. I should have been saving, but the New Year's banners came out and I was like, oh dude, Tech UI's on here? Oh dude, he's on here? I completely missed him last time because he came out of nowhere. So like, I'm gonna spend all my stones to try to get him. Luckily, I did, but yeah, didn't call me at a bad time. And yeah, are you excited for the 10th anniversary? I'm really curious to see when they're gonna implement Dokkan 2 into this, because we still don't know when that's happening, but I imagine it'll happen either before the anniversary or during the anniversary, but we will just have to wait and see. So now with that being said, I'm going to end the video and I will see you all in the next video. We are Dokkan.